against the Clippers. How you doing, fans? I want to give a shout out to Joaquin.
Today we are joined by a former My Team Unlimited champion, Skip. How are you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Yourself, LD?
Good to see you. Now, you won in NBA 2K19 when you were back for NBA 2K21. What did that experience do for you in this tournament?
With me already having the experience, I know what to look for qualifying. I know just the clutch moments. I know what it takes to win.
So, Skip, what have been some of the changes from 2K19 to 2K21 that has caused you to change your strategy in terms of My Team?
The game is just so fast-paced, and this year everybody is kind of better now than in 2K19. Like, everybody just has that IQ of knowing to slow the ball down and stuff like that. So my main thing is trying to speed up these newer guys and shake them up a little bit and make them think.
So what was your My Team looking like this year? How did you construct your team?
Basically, I constructed my team based off of defense. Mainly, that's my main thing, is going with the defense. Since the game is kind of easier to score, I'm focused on getting stops and turning stops into offense.
What kind of defensive players are you throwing out there?
I have D-Wade at the 1, Scotty at the 2. Really, I love Scotty Pimpin. He's like my sleeper. Andre Karolinko at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then I'm indecisive between Wilt or Blake Griffin.
What's your offensive strategy going into the game this year?
Basically the same way that I won the first time. Pick and roll, and then I got a couple sleeper plays like I used on turn up when I was in them tight moments. Slip a play in that shake up the defense a little bit.
What's it like being in the tournament with so many pro players? Is it a different level of preparation when you're going up against a professional player?
Yeah, somewhat, because their IQ is at the same level as mine, as opposed to somebody who hasn't been in these type of situations before. So one mistake could cost you the game.
All right, so new players coming in. Looking forward to
what's up, Frank Johnson? That's my brother, y'all. Y'all don't know who that is. What's up, man? What's going on?
What advice would you give to new players coming into My Team?
I would say focus on the things that other people aren't focusing on. Like, most people don't focus on defense. Everybody want to do the Showtime play or hit the big 3 with Curry, but I would advise defense is the main thing, because defense wins championships. What's
your favorite thing about the My Team mode this year?
Intercepting passes, because you can jump a passing lane and it shows the skill gap when you can get a pass that no other player can get. So I'm big on jumping passing lanes, and that separates the good players to the great players.
What was the most memorable thing about winning the tournament last time?
The most memorable thing to me was I did it for my mom, which
All right, man. We're back, y'all. We're about to get started. Sorry for that commercial.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go.
Right there. Aubrey Johnson, the pro. Get it.
We come to you tonight from the shores of Lake Erie as the streets of downtown Cleveland, Ohio are alive with activity.
Y'all know I gave Cleveland a ring last year.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Here on the 5 for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly out there with Mr. Perfect. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Troy Brown. It's Kevin Gellion at the power forward. And for the Cavaliers, We got Kawhi Leonard, Harrison out there with Garland. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the four-man position. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Leonard looking around. Lets it go from the wing, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Mr. Perfect, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
No excuse, you have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He really played well in that last game against Golden State.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Last game for the Cavaliers. They picked up the W against Golden State. To the middle with Garland. Some solid D here from Mr. Perfect. Out to the wing. Fires the three. They get it back. There's the pass to Zubac. Out left to the wing. Here's Mr. Perfect. From outside, off the mark.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
That bucket in no time at all. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Golden State.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Brown. And Drummond is right there.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
No good on the triple from Mr. Perfect. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena. Antetokounmpo
doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Good work there as it goes. Leonard's got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal, rightfully so, the Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right.
Here's Mr. Perfect, guarded by Porter. Passes it to Mr. Perfect. Leonard brings the double team. Now here's Beverly. G right on him.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Otley out there with Troy Brown. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Mr. Perfect. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. To the inside. Brown the pass to Zubac. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Porter dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the shot goes in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Right side, Porter. Gets an open look and hits. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Here's Motley. That one good for 2. Motley's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Beverly. 1:35 left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That is his first foul of the game. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kabengele's checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Mr. Perfect in the last outing against the Heat did more than get the job done. He had 60 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
As to Leonard, that's the 3-5. Rebound by the Clippers. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
Rindler's shot is off. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Mr. Perfect. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Garland, the pass to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the lane. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Giannis. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So.
This game heated, y'all.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Garland. And it's Harrison in at the 2. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
Leonard attacking. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Here's Mr. Perfect. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Outside Leonard. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 14.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. This consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Andre Drummond, and Larry Nance is subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pass to Love. Here's Harrison. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Leonard, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And Los Angeles with the triple.
And guys, he's been a...
I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, you guys, I'm back. It took me a while.
One-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
The feed to Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in for Brown.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D. And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout. So that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to do any cash prizes for the broadcasters. I think they're on to something. We could get that. And, you know, and in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Leonard against Robinson. Leonard attacking, and the layup falls. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hit.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Mr. Perfect.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
We snatched that lead, man. We ain't giving it up.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Windler's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Martin.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Oladipo, the pass to Mr. Perfect.
Slow passing.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
No one covering.